Hello. Today I have some very good news for you. Especially if you're a fresher and you're looking for a job, if you don't have a any offer from any company right now, especially if you're worried about your job and career, and if you're from IT, definitely. If you're from the IT sector looking for a job, I have some very good news coming for you very shortly. So, but before I tell you the news, I'll tell you some things that I learned from my experience. I have experience of training thousands and tens of thousands of freshers I've trained, so many different colleges, very bad colleges to them, the top IITs. I've trained people from who are absolute freshers with no experience at all, or maybe just in first year in college, and I've trained people who have 20-year experience in the IT industry in the best companies like TCS, IBM, Wipro, etc. So yes, I have a lot of experience of training people, as well as other experiences in life, and there are some things I have learned which are forming the background of what I'm going to tell you right now, because what I'm going to tell you is going to be very different. This has never been done in India before. I mean, like, we have a plan for you, we have an offer for you that you'll not even believe it's possible to be true. But these three things, let's understand, then we'll proceed. First thing I've seen in life, it's been unfortunate, but first thing I've seen in life is that the whole education system, especially in India, is not good at all, and it's more or less entirely based on commercial reason. It's more or less just money making. See, when a young fresher or when a young student is there who's going to a school, so everybody is telling him that you learn these subjects very well, and those subjects can be anything from history, geography, biology. It can be absolutely anything, like even moral science, or you have to learn chapters on Mahatma Gandhi, learn chapters on Vivekananda. So yes, you're telling the students that no, give this 10th examination, get good marks, and they even call that, if you have 60% above, it's first class. Get these marks, and then your life will be, your career will be developed very well, and you can be successful in life. So the student studies a lot, he studies everything that was told to him, and then after getting his examination results, he realizes that even though he has the marks, but to be successful he has to do a lot of further studies. So chalo, he continues with standard 12, and then after 12 the same thing happens again. People promise him that no, you have to go through this examination, or maybe you get an entrance in this college, and once you get passed out from the college, you will have a very good career. And all the colleges have brochures where the people who have graduated are jumping and very happy, as if they have become very successful. But when the same day arises in the life of that student, now today he is getting his certificate from the college, then he realizes that I'm not jumping, the guys in the brochure were probably just acting. He's not happy at all. Then people tell him that no, this is not success at all, this is just the beginning. You have to do a lot of more work. You have to find a job in a good company, which is today is so difficult. We are almost in a recession today. IT industry is like at the lowest possible situation it could have come, you can say, today. Especially the placements, recruitments have gone down very badly. So the whole system, you spend probably 20 years or maybe even more studying different things, and now you realize that the certificates which you have, the knowledge which you have, are practically worth much lesser than what you could have imagined earlier. The whole education system, what is wrong? Why there are so many unemployed people, so many people who are working for lesser salaries than they deserve, so many people who are actually working in jobs for which they are overqualified. Perhaps what I believe, I've seen so many businessmen running these institutions, these colleges, but I believe after knowing them, that almost all of them are doing it simply for money. They advertise a lot, so you will find them speaking, or maybe you'll find their videos, they'll find their quotations where these educational institution owners are saying very good things, like we are trying to provide wisdom to the students, knowledge to the students, it helps them so succeed in life, blah blah blah. But end of the day, what I realize is almost all educational institutions are just trying to make money. As well as even I run a software training institute, and unfortunately again, most of the institutes which I know are not trying to really help students by training them. They are also just into it for making money. So this is saddening. This does not make me happy. When I think about this, it makes me so sad, because every day I find freshers, they come to me, they sit in front of me, they explain what has happened to them. I find that their eyes are getting wet because they are so sad. They don't have a job. Their parents are anxious about their future. They don't have any more money to spend. And what was the fault? Like, what was the fault of this fresher? Nothing. He went through those 20 years of rigorous training that the schools and colleges asked him to, and now they are telling him that no, this is not sufficient. You're not employable enough. You're not good enough for this company. They could have told this earlier, 20 years back. I don't know. But okay, this is one situation which is I've learned through experience, that education institutions mostly are just into it for making money. Second, another good thing which I saw was that, see, when I have this fresher who's in front of me and his eyes are all, almost, he's trying to hold back some tears. He's unhappy because his life has been in such a disarray. So when I see this fresher, what I also see is, look, what is the difference between this guy and that other guy whom we find very successful? And then if you start to study scientifically, you'll find some very strange and good things. First thing that I found was, there is no real difference between, let's say, the hardware of a person, of a fresher like you maybe, and a person who's very successful. For example, say if I have people like Bill Gates, I have people like Ambani, Birla Tatas, I have Satya Nadella, Sundar Pichai, Larry Page, I have Mukesh Ambani, I have maybe even politicians like Narendra Modi, Mamata Banerjee. All these people share the same hardware as you. By that I mean that is, Narendra Modi does not have a heart which pumps much more blood than your heart. Bill Gates does not have bones which is stronger than your bones. Mamata Banerjee cannot see further than what your eyes can see. Their lungs, their kidneys, their stomach, everything are actually the same as you. If you take the blood of Satya Nadella, who's heading Microsoft, take the blood of Satya Nadella and transfer from your blood, exchange between you two, still everything will be the same. It won't make a difference. If you have Google's head Sundar Pichai, if you exchange his eyes with your eyes, technically you will still remain the same. So good thing which I learned was that when God is making two people now, He does not really make them less or more. He makes them, one, unique, and two, equal in that sense, right? So your heart, your stomach, your kidney, your everything, you get it checked from a doctor, is as good as anybody else in this world, as any successful person. So hardware, it's like, say if I have two computers and one computer is doing very well, one computer is able to do billions of calculation, another computer is not even getting on. If I have two computers just loading, and I try to find, and then I realize, okay, this computer, the supercomputer actually has the same RAM, same hard disk, same processor as this slow computer, then what will I do? I will start looking into the software. That is the problem. These education institutions which are just into it for money essentially put the wrong software in your computer, which was as capable as any Sundar Pichai, Satya Nadella, anybody, any most intelligent Einstein also. You have actually the same hardware. Only difference is that your thoughts, your knowledge, your software, that needs to be changed. There are some negative software in you, there are some viruses, spyware, there's some malware in you which you need to take out, and there are some good software if you put inside you, then nobody can stop you from doing very well. See, essentially what I mean to say is, if you have a flower, a very beautiful flower, say in America, you bring the seeds there, you put the seeds in Calcutta, you'll find the seeds will simply die off. Why? Because somehow the soil was not what this seed needed. It was not fertile enough, or maybe the climate did not help. It was not, the temperature did not help. But put the same seed back in the right soil and it starts to flourish like anything. It can take over the world. It will become from a seed, it will become a plant. From a plant it becomes, more flowers come, more seeds come, and then it will spread throughout, right? So there is this seed in you also. There is this potential in you also. God does not give anybody less or more potential, but only problem is that perhaps you were, taught by the wrong teachers, in the wrong place, wrong timing, I don't know. But if you start changing this software, which we humans have the potential of, then I have seen brilliant things can happen, miracles can happen. So many times, I've trained tens of thousands of freshers, so many times I've seen that somebody was performing very badly, but then I trained him in a particular manner which somehow matched what he needed, and he became an outstanding student. So many times I've seen people who were not even able to get a small jobs are now running their own companies, employing hundreds of people. So how does this happen? Simple as that. Potential you already have. You have the same hardware. All you need to do is you need to have the right teachers. For example, see, Mukesh Ambani is a brilliant businessman, no doubt about that. But what is the primary cause? The primary cause is not that he has a better hardware. Primary cause was his father knew all the secrets of business, all the techniques, all the right methods that you need to employ, and he taught his son accordingly. So a businessman's son becomes a businessman, it's easy for him. An actor's son becomes an actor, a politician's son becomes a politician. Had your father been a great business, or had your father been a great software developer, no issues, you could also have become a great software developer, right? But the problem is you are lacking those techniques, you're not even aware of what those secrets are. And once you give these secrets to somebody, what I have seen is that most people will be able to do what they have potential of. Most people. Some people may still be unlucky, but in general, no. Everybody has the same potential, but they're lacking the education, the software. So first, this education system has spoiled you perhaps, I'm so sorry, right? Second, there is still good hope. You still have the same hardware. So if you start working on the education, if you get the correct education this time, yes, things can change. I've seen so many people change. It makes me so happy, all the success stories that I see, it makes me feel so good, right? Third, another important thing which is there now. This is also something I've learned from my own experience in life, and I love this thing. Like what I've seen is now that people in general are always honest. It's like this. People are like mirrors. So if I am good with any kind of people, they can be criminals also. What I realize is that they will still try to be good with you. Everybody has, I don't know why, but God maybe has made it this way. Everybody has goodness hidden inside them. Some people lose their goodness because of the circumstances, the people from among which they are living, and some people have a lot of goodness which is displayed a lot. But in general, I have seen people are good and people are honest. I have not found one person in my life, and I've met thousands of people who are really dishonest from inside. If I am dishonest to you, yes, you'll be dishonest to me. But if I am honest to you, there's very less chance you're going to be dishonest to me. So these three things which I learned, I'm going to put them together into telling what we are planning to do here. See, we are already in my institute in Freshers India, there's something which we have already been doing for a few years. We have been doing this, that in all our trainings, we are having some kind of guarantees. For example, in our PHP training, we have a job guarantee, and the guarantee is like this. You do the training, you make us the payment, and we have a code paper, stamp paper job guarantee with you, made before the terms condition decided before you're making the payment. So there's a stamp paper job guarantee with you which tells that if you're doing a training through us, we are going to get you placed. If we don't get you placed, your money will be returned back. So this system we have been running for a long time. It's very successful. People are very happy with that. And now I'm going to take it further, right? And no other institute has yet been able to do what we are doing. This job guarantee, this very clear job guarantee made before you make the payments in code paper, no other institute is doing. But we are going to take, the good news which I have is, we are going to take this to another very further level. And this level I'm going to tell you now, it's going to be like this. You don't have to pay us in the beginning. So now you come to us, you do the course, 3 months, 4 months, whatever it is, you do the course, you get the job, and you make the payments after getting the job. If you don't get the job, you don't have to pay us anything at all. I don't think anybody else has done this. It's only possible, this training is only, or this kind of a system is only possible in any institute if, number one, we are honest, if the teachers are honest, if the training institute is completely honest, and if, number two, students are honest. And let me tell you, I've met with so many students, I have not found one person who's dishonest inside, right? So the plan is like this. Come to us, even if you don't have any money, don't worry, come to us, do the training. We will simply change you. We have the best software that is possible here. So we'll reinstall that software, will make you a completely new person, a very highly successful, confident person, a person who does his work in a very high quality way, a person who's like completely, not just in programming, a person who's a good person as such. He has great personality, he has a great people skills, he knows how to talk, he knows how to give presentations. So we'll train you in that manner. That is our responsibility. You don't have to pay us anything. And once you have started your career, once you are enjoying your this newfound power, then you make us the payment. We'll have a bond for that. So two things we are doing. One thing, we were already doing that, okay, if you're making us a payment from before, we give you a bond. Second, we are going to start, and you're most welcome, come to us. You don't have to worry, there's nothing here to lose. Come to us, all you need, you will have a bond here. You do the classes from us, and once you get the job, yes, you can pay us later, no issues. And I know nobody, like when I talked about that honest and good people, I sincerely believe in that. You'll not be able to convince me against it. there are some people who may, not make the payments. That's okay. But when, till when? Like today, tomorrow, they will come back. This life, next life, they will come back. But I know, like really, nobody will be, cheating us. No, it's not even possible. So you're most welcome. Thank you. Come to us. I don't think there's another better offer that anybody else can give you. Come to us. We have an office at 5 in Calcutta. So thank you.